Afternoon. I'm calling this meeting to order due to the ongoing public health crisis posed by COVID-19 and in light of the advice from the CDC and the states of New York and New Jersey. We are holding today's meeting virtually via teleconference. The audio broadcast for these meetings is being live streamed on the Port Authority website. Today's public session will start with the Committee on Operations, which I'll chair, and we'll conclude with the public portion of today's meeting with the public board meeting. Let's start the public session of the Committee on Operations, which is being held in public session in its entirety. At this point, I ask the Board Secretary to advise those present of the composition of the committee and any commissioner recusals.
The Committee on Operations is composed of Chairman O'Toole, the committee chair, Vice Chairman Linford, the committee vice chair, and Commissioners Bagger, LaBarbera, and McCabe. All committee members are present. In addition to the committee members, Commissioners Eve, Horwitz, Pacino, and Rosado are also participating.
Thank you, Jim.
There are no recusals required.
Thanks, Jim. I now call on Deputy Director of the Tunnels, Bridges, and Terminals Department, Robin Bramwell-Stewart, to present two items covering multiple contract awards for the back office systems for the New York Customer Service Center and its operations. The New York Customer Service Center supports electronic tolling and tolls by mail functions for the Port Authority bridge and tunnel facilities. These recommendations are the result of a joint procurement conducted by the NPA's Tri-Borough Bridge and Tunnel Authority, New York State Thruway, and the Port Authority for the Shared Customer Service Center. Robin?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'm here today to discuss the contract awards for system design and implementation, operations, and tag distribution services at the New York Customer Service Center. These authorizations would award the design, implementation, and maintenance of a replacement system contract to Conduit State and Local Solutions Incorporated. It would also award the operation of the customer service functions for the New York CSC to PANYNJ LLP and award the tag distribution, inventory management, and distribution to TransCore Incorporated. In 2007, the Port Authority, along with TBTA and NISTA, issued independent contracts, each with 10-year terms and 3-year renewal option periods to operate the Consolidated Electronic Tolling Back Office and Customer Contact System known as the New York CSC. These contracts, which were all awarded to Conduit, expired October 2020. Before their expiration, the contracts were renewed in April of 2020 for an additional 2-year term ending October 2022. After a rigorous procurement process involving 2 separate RFPs, we are presenting 2 items for authorization. The first item is to award the system contract, and the second item will award 2 separate operations contracts. The systems contractor will provide a new back office system which will allow the New York CSC to run on a more reliable cloud-based platform, as well as best-in-class image review, license plate recognition, and DMV data acquisition. In addition, we are recommending 2 separate vendors to support the New York CSC operations, one to perform customer-facing interactions and operations, and another to manage EasyPass tag distribution. In looking to award the successor contracts, the agencies agreed to subdivide the existing New York CSC contract into 4 segments when putting it out to bid. This approach has been advanced by other tolling agencies and was undertaken to allow for best-in-class providers for each component. The systems RFP included responsibility for design and implementation of a back office hardware platform and application software to process toll bills, as well as all services needed to implement and maintain the system. This contract is recommended to be awarded to Conduit. The operations RFP includes scope for operating the customer-facing operations. Separate contracts are being issued to PANYNJ for customer service operations and to TransCore for EasyPass transponder inventory management and distribution. The system award to Conduit will be for an 8-year base contract, which includes approximately 2 years for design and implementation and 6 years to operate and maintain the system. There are 2 optional 2-year extensions which can be exercised at the discretion of the agencies. This contract includes scope for the design and implementation of a best-in-class system for processing toll transactions, payments, image reviews and violations, and the development of system interfaces to allow PANYNJ and TransCore to inventory and manage customer accounts. The contract also requires development of a manual and automatic license plate identification and registered owner identification system. In addition, Conduent will design an integrated tolls by mail and EasyPass website for the successor CSC, as well as a state-of-the-art mobile application. This new system will provide the agencies with improved, more accurate technology. This contract will also be governed by a more robust set of performance metrics and key performance indicators than what is currently available in the existing contract. The inclusion of these improved performance metrics was a direct response to the agency's need to maintain the highest performance standards by requiring stricter contract adherence and increased damages for failure to meet metrics. Performance will be measured in 3 categories that align with the primary areas of the system work. These include technical aspects that provide the day-to-day operation of the system, functional capability of the system to execute the tasks required, and performance of the contractor in meeting key maintenance-related tasks. For both the customer-facing contracts to PANYNJ and tag distribution contract to TransCore, the award will be for a 5-year base term, which includes approximately 2 years for the design and implementation and 3 years to operate and maintain. As with the systems contract, there are 2 optional 2-year extensions which can be exercised at the discretion of the authorities. The PANYNJ contract scope includes customer contact and response to questions, customer problem resolution, payment processing, as well as performance of customer satisfaction surveys and internal compliance audits. The TransCore contract scope includes distribution of transponders, tracking of inventory, and management of all associated distribution processes. Upon authorization of this contract award, and contract documents will be developed and design will commence in first quarter of 2022. The design period is expected to last 20 months for system development and implementation, followed by 6-month testing and acceptance period. Operation of the new system is expected to begin in third quarter of 2023. Project cost for the Port Authority's share of the system contract for the base term is $71.6 million, and with extra work and both option periods totals $139.3 million. This includes a total of $83.1 million for the design, operations, and maintenance periods, and an additional $27.5 million for option period 1, which escalates to $28.8 million if the authority chooses to exercise the second option period. O&M for the new system contractor will not affect the operating budget until the new system is fully operational. Transition costs associated with the new vendors will be amortized over a 5-year period beginning in 2023. O&M costs for the base years include pass-through costs for postage and registered owner vehicle lookup that total $31.6 million. The Conduent Award also includes more stringent service level agreements and larger penalties for non-compliance, as well as a modest quarterly bonus to incentivize performance. The system design will allow for congestion pricing to be implemented. Combined project cost for the Port Authority share of the 2 operations contracts for the base term is $44.1 million, with extra work and both option periods is $113 million. This includes a total of the cost for the design, operations, and maintenance periods, and an additional $30.3 million for option period 1, which escalates to $31.6 million if the authority chooses to exercise the second option period. The PANYNJ award also includes more stringent service level agreements and larger penalties for non-compliance, as well as a modest quarterly bonus to incentivize performance. As I previously mentioned, the new systems contract will improve service delivery as well as operate on a modern cloud-based platform. In addition, the award of the systems contract to Conduent provides the added benefit of reducing transition risk, as Conduent understands the agency's business rules and has worked with all the agencies extensively. With respect to the operations contracts, PANYNJ provided a robust training plan and demonstrated low employee turnover. Both factors should substantially improve the customer experience. For the TransCore contract, the agency anticipates considerable benefits as a result of the warehouse location in Long Island City and decreased shipping time to the region, resulting in improved customer service. Therefore, we recommend awarding the contracts as described in this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. Any commissioners have any comments or questions? May I have a motion from a committee member, please? Who's not
So
refused?
moved. So moved.
Second? Okay,
Second.
any objections? Hearing none, the motion is passed. This concludes today's meeting on the Committee on Operations.